Hi guys, I'm Steex, Audio Video Production. Today I'll present you a new product, new Pro Audio product. This is the Z&H Designs HVC250 5 bands Parametric Equalizer. Let's discover it together. Let's start talking about the brand because it's a new brand. You can see also the website in the description, pretty new website. You can see all the units that they are developed. This unit, let me say that you can get it in custom made. So you can decide the potentiometer, the look of the panel, white, different colors. So you can customize the unit as you want. They do mainly all the metal parts on their own because they can achieve also different colors. They can customize everything. So that's great. The Z&H Designs is in UK, so it's based in UK, but the factory that made the unit is in China. Maybe for the price. However, this unit is a high-end unit. I'm not talking about cheap unit and cheap clone unit. This is a high-end unit, all discrete basically amplifiers. First look, I think it's really minimal and I really like the clean look of this unit. As you can see, we have the main power here, satisfying click, and the two bypass and on per each side because you can also use it in mono if you want. As I said, 5 different bands. You can engage the bands separately. You can see also the bottom will light up. Really cool. We have mainly 2 low-end bands because as you can see, we have basically the same frequencies that we can choose. And the same for the high frequencies. 2 basically high frequency bands, which is the same because you can see the same frequency that we can choose, and 1 mid frequency. But as you can see, we can tweak to manage differently the 2 low equalizer and high equalization. So as you can see here, regarding the Q factor, we can decide to use high shelf on low shelf. So all the way close the Q factor of the high and low frequencies, we have the shelf kind of curve. But if you turn, you can listen this satisfying click. You can listen and then become a bell shape. So you can decide the very low end and the very high frequencies if you use in low and respectively high shelf or in bell shape. That's really cool. So that's why you have double low frequencies and double high frequencies. Of course, you can choose to go up to 25 kilohertz and up to 15 hertz. So you can really adjust the very low end of your track. I personally use the low end also to clean the super low end and to boost just a bit the kick drum, for example. So it really helps me to sculpt the sound during the mixes, but also during the mastering to decide which very low end I want to tame. So that's really great. We have plus minus 12 dB range for the potentiometer, and we have on the noon the click basically, and then we have the clicked potentiometer. So this is not really a mastering unit. Of course, you can use for mastering, and I've used this for mastering. In a moment, I'll show you the samples, but it's not really well for recalling because you don't have any click. So it's a bit difficult to see, but you can do that, of course. As far as I know, it's coming also the unit dedicated for mastering, so you can recall everything. But before jump into the audio section, so before listen how this unit sounds, let's see a brief clip to see analyzing the unit, how it behaves. So let's analyze the behavior of the unit, both in the equalization section and the harmonic section. So let's start to see the behavior on the frequency spectrum. As you can see, we have pretty linear behavior because the unit is bypassed. Let me engage now the unit and let's start with the first band. So I'll analyze only this side because, you know, it's a stereo unit. Let's put on the first band. The first band is the low band. So here I have basically the Q section in the shelf because I have a click here and I can go from shelf to bell. Really cool, this feature. So let me increase more bass frequency. As you can see, the the behavior is really linear, so this is really cool. And I can also change, of course, the frequency. Let's now change from shelf to a bell shape. Okay, I can also change the different frequency. Is really smooth, the bell shape here on the low frequencies. Here I'm at 12 dB, plus 12 dB, but of course it's really smooth, as you can see from the graphic. I can also create a spike, as you can see. So this is the maximum. I can change the frequency. Okay, now let's see adding the second frequency, so the second parametric equalizer. Let's boost the first one just a bit. Okay, shelf is okay, but if I engage this one, as you can see, I create this sort of gap because it's parametric, so it will cut the range of the frequencies where all the parametric equalizer will work. So I have here a low shelf, and here I can change the frequency, so I can create something without the spike, something really similar to Pultec. Pultec is really famous when you push the low frequencies, but you can create a gentle cut in the low mid frequency at the same time. So this is the sort of behavior that you can create it, for example. So you can go down, you can create larger. So this is almost the behavior of the kind of Pultec. Also, is changing the behavior of the shelf. As you can see, it's pretty linear now, the shelf. So without this equalizer, as you can see, it's pretty smooth. Now with this, it's linear because it's cut in that frequency. I can engage the third band. I can create, of course, a bump, spike, or smoother. So you can create really cool, interesting equalization. Okay, spike or smoother, or you can go down, for example. And lastly, you have also here the shelf. So boosting the shelf, I can disengage these two frequencies, so you can see that it's smooth, really smooth. Also lowering, and if you want, you can also use it like a bell shape. So you can change it and you can move it. Okay, now it's pretty smooth. You can have also a spike if you want and go really high in the frequencies with the spike, but normally I use the shelf on the super high frequencies. Okay, now let's go to the harmonic side. With the unit bypass, nothing happens. And let me say that this unit is pretty clear, in my opinion, because you don't have too much harmonic content when you use this unit until you push really a lot the high frequencies, not in the low frequencies. So let me engage the equalizer, nothing happens. Since I'm generating on the 1K, let's analyze above the 1K, of course. So let's go, for example, with this frequency. Let me push all the way. Let's see if something is changing. So you can start creating some harmonics, but very low, as you can see. So in my opinion, it's a really clean unit. So now that we know how it behaves, we can jump into the audio section. So let's listen how we use this unit. I've used for funky song, for R&B song, and for metal classical song. So let's listen how it behaves.
Maybe change my name, oh, and hit the road. By the time I find my letter, I'll be long time gone. Stole from the devil, too bad I didn't. Oh, what does it matter in this stormy weather? You can run forever, you can hide. No, no one knows better. Tough love, breaking patterns. Place your bets, pick your side. No, there's no
So guys, in my opinion, it's a really great unit. I think it's really cool also to see. The looking is very, very good. I forgot to show you the back, but basically on the back we have XLR input and output, gold plated, and the power plug. Regarding the sound, I think it's a really great unit. I feel that sounds really good. It helps me a lot during the mastering section to clean the too much low end and to boost a bit the kick drum. I feel that the mid frequencies works really, really well. I feel that also the Q factor is really well engineered, because you can go from spike to listen, which is the frequency that you don't want, so you want to cut or you want to boost, and then you can enlarge the Q factor and become more pleasant to listen. So it's a really great unit, both for mixing also mono sound sources, and also for mastering, even if it's not so easy to recall all the potentiometer, but you can do that if you have the unit in front of you. So guys, you have the link in the description if you want to know more about Z&H Designs. Again, you can customize the frontal panel as you want. Please let me know what you think about these new brands, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.